Hola Brazil, I'm Paul Banks from Interpol, and you are listening to 89, the Radio Rock. Viva o Rock.
So how was the show? Great show of Interpol and Lollapalooza.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
How do you feel the audience?
There was a lot of kids out there. I think they had fun. They gave us good energy. So yeah, it was good. This is kind of what we expect in Brazil. Good level of enthusiasm.
You were here on Lollapalooza Brazil 2015. What changed you in your personal life and as a musician since then?
Got older. Yeah, I don't know, man. Since then, maybe I put out that RZA record, Banks and Steels, and then I did Marauder, and then this EP. And in my personal life, you know, nothing all that interesting has changed.
And what is the best thing of being Brazil? Did you visit any place here?
Nah, man. We just kind of flew in yesterday, so I didn't have a lot of time to do much. But I will say I love, in particular, the architecture in Brazil. I remember from last time in Sao Paulo and in Rio, all of the structures, even kind of older commercial structures in Brazil, like the aesthetic of the architecture appeals to me. The color scheme, you know, even like residential buildings here. I just think that, I don't know, I guess Brazilians just have naturally good taste, or taste that speaks to me, because I particularly enjoy the architecture here.
And talking about the Interpol plans, what is next? Maybe a new album? You guys already think about that?
Haven't thought about it. We're putting out an EP. So 5 new songs are coming out. 2 of them are out already, but that comes out in May. So that's the next thing, and that's the only thing we have planned.
The songs that were recorded during the Marauder?
They were recorded. We kind of decided, we had this idea of doing an album and then having an EP come later. So these 5 songs that are on the EP were recorded with Dave Fridman, yes. But we kind of felt like they belonged together as a little suite of songs. Anchored by Fine Mess. So yeah, and that's May 7th, I think.
We're on the band with a few years, and what changed for best and what changed for worse since you began the Interpol, in your opinion? The music industry.
I think we kind of came out right when like the industry started to tank financially, and now I think it's the last few years are the only couple years in our entire career where I think the market like took an upswing again with with streaming, whereas there was just this like gray area of kind of like piracy, and sort of like the artists weren't really making as much money as they used to. And now I think streaming has kind of like found its way, and I think artists are, I'm not sure if it's entirely just yet, but you know, it's been improving in the last couple of years. So I mean, I didn't get into the business to really care about the business side of it. It's just an interesting thing when you look at the time frame of when we emerged to the present. It was been mostly like not a great industry for artists, but now, yeah, I think it's turning around.
Do you used to listen to music on the stream, or do you buy CDs and vinyls?
I do. I don't buy CDs. I buy my music on iTunes still. I'm kind of, you know, basically I'm not on Spotify because like somebody signed me up a while ago and I don't know the password. So like literally people send me music on Spotify to check out all the time, and I don't know how to get on there.
And what are on your playlist? What you've been listening to?
Most heavy rotation lately was Future, the Hendrix record. I was also listening to the J-Rock's record a lot. This kid 42 Doug, that a friend turned me on, and now Lil Sims. She's a female rapper from England. That's a really great record.
And what did rock and roll teach you for your life?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if I look for lessons per se from my music. I kind of just get a thrill out of music. So I think, you know, rock was the kind of style of music that I got bitten by, that I want to make this kind of music. And it was like Nirvana that sort of solidified that vision for me. But it's really just been like a pleasure. And then if I'm thinking about like what I've learned, then I would have to really only look at like artists like Bob Dylan and Leonard Cohen, maybe, as far as like lyrically kind of opening some doors for me. But other than that, it's really been more of a visceral, like I just love the feeling and I get inspired and energized by rock music. But yeah, it's hard to say what it's taught me.
And which band would you suggest the promoters to come for Lollapalooza Brazil the next year, except Interpol?
A rock artist has to be? I don't know if I'm all that hip on stuff that other people don't know about. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm friends with this band, Surfport. I really like Surfport a lot, and I feel like they probably do really well down here. It's kind of punk music with a female vocalist. So yeah, Surfport.
And what is next for Interpol? Are you guys gonna play? Don't have playing all over the years. What do you think about in the band on the next years?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that I feel very fortunate in a lot of ways with the band. I feel very fortunate because I think we still inspire each other musically. Like it's never felt forced to try and write songs together. And I think that's still there. And I think Daniel's creativity still complements my creativity and Sam's creativity. And I think we can continue to make music that feels fresh to me. And then I also just feel really lucky that we're still doing it at all. You know, I feel very fortunate to be here 17 years later, 18 years later.
What are your opinion about the new bands that play today here, like Greta Van Fleet and Struts?
The Struts? I don't know them. Dude, I love like new rock bands, man. I think Greta Van Fleet seems to be kind of harking back to like, you know, classic rock. And I think that I would have no problem if that became a very popular genre again. I'd be totally into it. In whatever sense, like popular music is kind of cyclical. There's certain things that I wouldn't, you know, if fucking hair metal came back, I'd probably be kind of excited to see what artists were doing with that, and also kind of guitar solo music. I could get into that.
The hip hop on the track list and playing more than rock and roll now. Does it bother you?
No, because I listen more to hip hop anyway. I always have. So yeah, I felt that hip hop was the sort of more fertile genre for a long time. I think now, again, like cyclically, hip hop may be having approached like a pinnacle, where now maybe it moves on and rock comes back to being the dominant genre. But in the meantime, with the popularity of hip hop is great for me. I love the genre. I even like a lot of pop music that's out these days. Sure, man.
Here is 89 in Portuguese. We say 89.
Okay. Hola, Brazil. I'm Paul Banks from Interpol, and you are listening to 89. I'll do it again. Hola, Brazil. I'm Paul Banks from Interpol, and you are listening to 89, the Radio Rock. Viva o Rock.